Yo, what's up everybody? Hey, I'm going to go over something today. Is that really my lead-in now? I'm sorry. You know, here's the deal. I was actually direct linked to a video done by a gentleman named Vince Del Monte. I've actually, and believe it or not, I'm sorry Vince, if you watch this, I've never seen your stuff before. I usually watch, you know, my buddies, the TMWs, the Lou Marcos, the Barthel Fitness, but I've never seen your channel, and I regret it. You seem like you're a nice guy. And two things I noticed off the bat. One, you have a phenomenally decorated kitchen. I respect that. Two is, like me, you married way out of your league. Beautiful wife. Congratulations, brother. Now, I watched your video on bro science, the truth about bro science, all that. Hold on, I got to show my arm, just in case some ladies are watching. My small, tiny arms. Anyway, you know what? I actually liked your video. And I saw a lot of truth in it, and I thought that people misunderstood what you were trying to say. But without further ado, I'd like to go over my opinion of bro science and where it fits in normal life. Now, my opinion on bro science is one that the reason they keep doing studies is because there is no definitive study. There is no correct answer. There's no study that has no study to refute that study. Even the meal frequency studies, you see, there's different take-homes from studies. Also, as I noticed, working at Weeder and throughout my life, there are different ways to interpret studies and take statistics out of the same study to get perceivably different results from the same set of data. Now, that's besides the point. I'm mostly science. I'd like to say I'm about 80% science. 20%, if it goes with science, it's not because I intended for it to. It's because I found that's what's worked along the way. Now, a couple things I'd like to go over. Calm the fuck down, people. Gee whiz. I mean, it's not that bad if someone disagrees with you. I mean, if somebody gets great results with bro science and eating chicken and rice, let them fucking eat chicken and rice. I mean, to go on and personally attack people because of their viewpoints on fitness and training, look, especially someone like this Vince guy, I actually looked into him a little bit, and he's done some stuff. He's helped people reach their goals. I don't care if he had them do cartwheels down the street for 2 days straight. The bottom line is he's practiced what he preached, and he showed in a set of the population that his methods work. I know what you're saying, well, any methods will work. It's calories in, calories out, bro. No, it might be, but who cares? He got people motivated enough to get off their fat asses and get results, gain self-esteem, and look better and be healthier and cost less when we go to pay that national health care. Well, actually, no, we're screwed on that anyway. Here's the deal, too. When bodybuilders first started doing their thing, excuse me, got a bro shake, a protein shake. When bodybuilders first started doing their thing, Arnold, Lou, Louis, you know, Franco, those guys, they didn't have data and they didn't give a shit. What they did is they went by feel. They went by what felt and gave them the best results. At that time, you had someone like Arnold training twice a day, doing insurmountable, just unbelievable amounts of volume, and you had other bodybuilders bucking the trend and finding their way. You had Arthur Jones, you had the Nautilus, you know, you had Mike Menzer come later on. And that's what happened, is that these two came together, and later on, Arnold's workout theories, 3 sets instead of 1 set, was scientifically validated. And then you also had principles done by others, like Dorian, where you did have overload, shown in studies to have some relevance. Hell, you even have studies based, remember HST from Brian Haycock? He had a whole set of studies showing why full body workouts and taking a week off for strategic deconditioning was the best way. The key is there's more than one way to skin a cat. And if you're not following with one person's view on how the data should be interpreted, you're lambasted. I mean, you're completely raked over coals. I mean, it's crazy how some people will just use this as ammo to just attack. If I see something I don't like, I turn it off. You know, I gotta admit, now I'm gonna go on to something else in terms of bro science, is meal frequency. And here's the deal. You know, the twin muscle workout, you guys know them. Y'all want to build some muscle? Good, man. That's real good. Now, here's the deal about them. They're doing intermittent fasting. I don't like it. First of all, I don't think it's psychologically healthy in an industry full of eating disorders to have someone starve themselves than eat in a feeding period. I'd rather see more health for most. And another thing is, Lane Norton, who is, he says, oh, he's a bro because he likes branch chains. I'm going to be really, really polite about this. He fucking has a PhD in them. Hell yeah, he's going to like branch chains. Jeez. I mean, if anybody's not a bro, it's Lane. He has a PhD. Unless you have a PhD, you know, I'm sorry, Lane put his life into studying how these things work. Don't call him a bro. Anyway, Lane's study showed that you can maximize protein synthesis, but you can't make it all up with one big-ass meal at the end of the day. So it did kind of prove that, hey, you know what? Intermittent fasting isn't the best thing for anabolic state and for maximizing protein synthesis. But then you look at the twins, and, you know, he's talking about getting ripped balls and everything. You see his striations in the video. It's working for him. So, you know, I actually watched those videos. I said, you know what? I'm not going to recommend it. I'm not going to do it. But, damn, it works for some people. And other than not recommending it, shit, I'm not going to go out and bash the twins. I mean, it's working for them. And for the people following them, I'm sure there's people getting results. And there's a reason why Lean Gains is a cult. Because it works for them. Let them do it. Okay, that's that. Another thing is on a personal note. I've competed, I've trained people, and I found certain people due to food allergies, whatever it is, can tolerate certain foods. I was training with Jason Theobald, and I was eating the exact same macros, and he said, hey, you know, we're going to switch you to sweet potatoes for the most part as your carb source. Whether it's the micronutrients set in there, the potassium, I don't care. It made a difference. It worked. Another thing is avocado, high in tyrosine, can support thyroid function. So if someone has a thyroid that's kind of kicking down, that might help. It's also an excellent form of monounsaturated fats. So if you're going calories in versus calories out, that doesn't bode well for that. Another thing on supplementation, you know, Chuck, one time when I was training with Chuck Rudolph, I was having issues getting rid of my lower ab fat. He said, hey, you know what? And this is when I completely sucked as a bodybuilder. I still do, but not that bad. He said, why don't you try X amount of phosphatidylserine at night? Phosphatidylserine. And sure enough, it helped. Whether my diet would have done it itself, I don't know. But that worked. And it did its thing. And it did it faster than I thought it would. Now, what I'm saying, guys, is science is great. And what Lane Norton does in the lab translates into what he does as a trainer. But a lot of times, you go by the spidey instinct, man. You go by just the sense. You just sense that something's going to work and you do it. If I do an exercise that might not be the best per EMG studies at targeting my lats, yet I feel it in my lats, you bet your ass I'm going to do that exercise. So I'm kind of more or less going to come at the defense of Mr. Del Monte in saying that I don't think what you said was construed correctly by a lot of people. I think you were saying that science is great, but you utilize bro science. And honestly, I see nothing wrong with that. And if you're getting your clients results, by all means, look, I'm not a fan of the ketogenic diet. You can't deny that it's helped a lot of people lose weight. Is it the best thing? In my opinion, no. But in the opinion of a lot of people, yes. I might not agree with everything Dr. Mercola says. But at the end of the day, you know how many people he's helped get healthier? You know how many people he's helped get results? That's what we're getting at. We're one industry. We're quick to battle each other. We're quick to say, you're wrong. You're wrong. I don't think anybody's wrong. I think we all have valid points in their own sense. But our egos are forcing us to trash everything that isn't exactly how we feel. We've seen that throughout the history of time. We've seen that with religion. We've seen that with race. Now we're seeing it with nutrition. I know that's a hyperbole on Mark. You know, it's not like religion. Okay, I get it. It's not like religion. But the way these fanatics are going at it and trashing people, I just, in the words of the late, great Rodney King, can't we all just get along? So you know what? On a closing note, I'm going to continue to be partial bro. And if I get ready for a show, I'm going to put on my bro cap. I'm going to go back to what's worked with me for years and years and years, despite the research I read, because I've tried other things. I've tried other plans. Now, that means twins, you go ahead and you intermittent fast. You know what? It's working for you. Kick ass. And you know what? You created a new channel called Fasting Twins. I recommend you guys check that out. You know what? Good. But you ran away from it, and that's fine. You didn't want to lose subscribers to your main channel. But by all means, promote that. And Vince, you promote a combination of both. And I think I haven't read into your diets. I just watched that one video. And I was too perplexed by the fact that your kitchen was so nice. God, that's a great kitchen, bro. If you have a designer or something, send him my way. Man, that's a nice kitchen. But anyway, you know what? Keep doing your thing. And you bros out there, keep eating 6 times a day. If it works for you. Just like the story you said about the bodybuilder, and I'll link Vince's video in the bottom of my description. You know, the bodybuilder, he just does his thing. And the overthinker might not see results because he's overthinking things. Nothing's wrong with thinking, but again, results are one thing. And I can see how his video could have been misconstrued because of that, you know, comparison he gave with the two guys talking. But you know what? It wasn't worthy of being a controversy. It wasn't worthy of having 376 dislikes. I mean, come on. Even if you dislike it, just let it go. He didn't say anything bad. He didn't trash science. He just said there's more than one way. At least that's what I took from it. If I'm wrong, you know, correct me. And this video will probably be disliked more than it's liked. But anyway, that's it. That's my opinion on bro science. I've answered the 20 emails I got about it because of this video. Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Peace out.